The Martins by David Foenkinos, translated by Sam Taylor and published by Gallic. And this is a curious story that is set in Paris, and it has a very novel exploration. So we have the author, who is actually a writer, and he's got a bit of a writer's block. So he decides that the only way he can think of a new story is by going out of his apartment and accosting the first person he meets to get to the bottom of what their particular story is. So, it could be anyone, and he has a light hope that it will be a woman who caught his eye, a very beautiful woman, but it's not. It's Madeline Tricot, who is 80 years old, and she takes a bit of persuading, but he soon has her on side and he begins to learn her story. She introduces him to her daughter and husband and family. They're the Martins, as of the title of the story. And that gives him a wider context within which to put his subject. Now, he learns from Madeline that she used to work in an atelier with Karl Lagerfeld, and so he delves into Karl Lagerfeld's history, which is actually very interesting. Madeline is very interesting. She had a love many, many years ago who just ended it very abruptly, and she is yearning as she's getting into a dotage to find out more about why he ended. So it actually ends up that she and the author head off to California to track down the man, who was the great love of her life. He then also spends quite a lot of time with the Martins, getting to know them and hearing their individual and joint stories. And I think the fascinating thing about this story is that, he's somebody unknown to them, and he walks into their story, and because he walks in, it's like a ripple effect that changes their relating to each other. They can tell their story, and just by hearing themselves talking, they can get a grip on, maybe what's bothering them or what their, goals are in life. So I think it's a fascinating premise that he has chosen here, and he tells it with his usual dry humour. It's dark sometimes, but he has a lovely, lovely writing style. It's well translated, and I actually listened to this as an audiobook, and Charles Johnston does a wonderful job of bringing the story to life, with different accents and a vivacity that I really, really enjoyed. So I think if you're looking for something just a little bit different, something that is quite charming at many levels, then I think The Martins by David Foenkinos is really one to put on your shelf, because it's at many levels it is quite a delight.